Hey everybody, this is Larry. Is it day 31st? It's the last day of the month, huh? Day 31st of May Leetcode Day. Challenge hit the like button, to subscribe on join me in Discord. Let me know what you think about today's problem. You made it this far, give yourself a round of applause or whatever. And yeah, congrats. Well, maybe finishing this one first, but congrats otherwise. Yeah. And yeah, today we have 909 snakes and ladders. I went to the gym way briefly today, but at the gym there was a row. I was going to do my normal routine of like just upper body things, but there was a rowing machine, and there was a rowing contest. I don't know where I ended up, but I did a pretty. I mean, I don't think I did a okay job. I mean, I did not win, but I thought I did respectable. If you and this is my first time rowing ever. I've never rowed before. I don't even know how. I mean, I see how people do it, and I try to figure it out. But honestly, I did about 1 minute 45 seconds or something like that for 500 meter, and I'm just gassed. So that's basically all I did. After that, I was like exhausted, and then I was gonna take a break and then go back to the gym, but then I just had dinner plans and didn't do it. So today's a lazy day. Tomorrow I'll try to wake up early and do a lot of miles, but today was a lazy day. Anyway, let's take a look at today's problem. We have 909 snakes and ladders. Okay, you're given n by n matrix. Okay. What is Burshdorf done? What? Key. I don't know what that means. That didn't help at all. Oh, so basically like back and forth, right? Why don't we just use English? We can do this. Alright, fine. Alternating direction each row. Okay. On up, starting from the bottom left, going from left to right, and then okay, fine. Right? Okay. Let's just say I get it. You start at square one of the board in each room, starting with the square curve. Do the following: choose a destination square next with the label curve +1 or min of curve +6. Okay, yeah. So you don't go over the board. This choice simulates the result. Okay, so you can have a choice for some reason. If the next square has a snake or a ladder, you must move to the destination of that snake or ladder. Otherwise, you move to the next. Okay, that makes sense. The game ends when you reach n square. Okay. Know that you only take a snake or ladder at most once per dice roll. Do not follow. So you only follow once. Okay. Here's an example of that. Find the minimum moves. Okay, I mean, do the snakes and ladders only go in one direction? So I guess they call it snakes or ladders, so it doesn't really matter. I guess they're all the same. Okay, fine. I guess whether it's a snake or a ladder, this direction. But yeah, they kind of made it unnecessarily confusing, I suppose. But yeah, so -1. Okay. So I mean, I think this is just a shortest path, right? We're trying to go from, and I guess this is the example of the grid, going from bottom left to n square, I suppose, or n square -1 maybe, n square, right? Yeah, and then just kind of simulate going left to right, not simulate, but a shortest path kind of way. So that should be pretty straightforward. And here we are, yeah, right? I think the tricky part for me, or at least me thinking about it right now, is how to represent. Okay, so you have a board which gives either negative. I think -1 if there's no snake or ladder. And then yeah, right. And then you could do either 1 to 6, whichever one we want, right? And then the question is, well, going to the next square, or 1 to 6, right? So, okay. Yeah, I think one thing I would say, and I think the part that I was struggling a little bit, honestly, is trying to like how to represent this graph number in a good way. But I guess you don't have to do that, right? I mean, you do in that the board is a matrix, but after you translate it, it actually doesn't matter. So basically, you convert the board into an array from 1 to 36 or 1 to n square or r times c, and that should be good enough, right? So here we'll literally go one at a time, right? So maybe we have array is equal to right? And then for I is in range of so the bottom row, so minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, right? And then here, this is the tricky part, I suppose. And you can maybe name it in a number of ways. But then now we want to append board sub ij, kind of, but not really. So j is not j. Maybe we have nj is equal to j if I want to say I mod 2 is equal to 0. It's always one or the other, right? We have to see. I want to say something like that, but it's not quite right either, right? Because we're counting from the top down. So 0th is always going to be the top. So and the 0th could also be the odd or even numbered row counting from the bottom, right? So that part is a little bit tricky as well. I think we write something like I don't know, R mod 2 or something like that. If it's if I mod 2 is equal to, yeah, because if it's even is that right? It's tricky. I think it's mostly right, but I think it is the other way. Because basically, if the ith row is even and we have even number of rows, then it looks like this, right? So then now, yeah, so then now it goes from left to right. So then now nj is equal to c minus j minus 1. I think that's roughly right. And honestly, for something like this, like it's not super important that you get it right initially. Maybe that's bad advice, to be honest. What I mean by that is that you could print it out and then there's only like 4 possibilities, right? So we can just test out all 4 is what I meant. But maybe that's not quite precisely how we want it. Here we go from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 13 to 17. So we just have to confirm this, right? So and printing this out is kind of useful, but not useful enough. So maybe we want to say like from I in range from length of array. We go if array sub I is not equal to -1. Oh no. Yeah. Then print I array sub I, right? So then now it allows us to kind of do the quick check of from 2 to 15. I mean, okay, this is actually 0th index, so it's off by 1. But so if you want to print it, I suppose you can print like this. But the idea here is that, okay, now we check, right? 2 to 15 is right, 14 to 35 is right, and 17 to 17, because this goes the other way. 17 to 13 is also right. So then now are we confident? No. In theory, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? But it is better than nothing. But none of these goes the other direction. Like everything is from the left to right on a row that's left to right, other than the 35. But 35 doesn't change, right? Because there's an input. So it's very easy to get wrong and not know it, is what I'm trying to say. Because we have nothing on the second row. So we can actually change the input really quickly. Let's say on the bottom, second to the bottom row. So then this would be the 12th, right? Let's say we want to add from 12 to, 36, right? So we should see a 12 to 36. And here we have a 12 to 36, so we should be, at least I'm more confident, right? Did I hit some middle? Something? Why does it keep... Something is wrong with UI, because every time I hit 1, maybe not this time, but before it kept on going up to the top of the screen, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, okay, I don't know. But yeah, but now we're confident that now, I don't know, but more confident anyway, that array sub I, it maps to all the number, and then we have all the jumps, and then now we can just do a regular breadth-first search, right? So q.append. I I think we actually want, I'm going to convert this to one index, oh sorry, zero index from one index. So I'm going to subtract one from all the destinations. Array is already zero index, so that's fine, right? So then we have to right? And then distances is you go to, I don't know, infinity times r times c, which is n squared. But I always like separating now even on square boards, just because it's slightly easier to kind of think about. Choose a big infinity. Right, so then q dot pop left, current, right, and then yeah, oh, I forgot to do distances of 0, 0, 0, of course. And then now we do for I in range of from 1 to 6, right? You could write it a number of ways though. So current plus I, right? So current plus I is less than r times c, then n distances of current plus I is equal to infinity. Then we just, you know, plus 1, and then q dot append current sub I. It's not done though. I mean, this is close to done. You want to write like something distance of r times c minus 1 or something. And we'll submit it, but it'll be wrong because, or not submit, but just run it. See, again, this comes to the top without me clicking on something. What's wrong with you, Leetcode? Leetcode's always finding ways to break things. Anyway, 6 is weird. Actually, I expected this to be bigger. I expect this to be, oh no, 6 is right because you take 6 every time. Okay, no, 6 is right. But the reason is because we don't follow the board and letter, right? So then maybe, and you only take it, okay. So then now we go here and we want to say, okay, so now if board sub, we have to be a little bit careful though. We have to be a little bit careful because we want to I'm trying to think through all the cases where like an accident can happen with, I guess the only thing that happens is if you go to the snake twice, but then like you can imagine, the reason why I'm hesitating is I'm trying to think through the case where you have multiple snakes and ladder, right? So for example, you have like, I don't know, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 4, 4 goes to 5. And let's just say we don't have to go like one, you know, we don't have a 6 size. That is just like a more basic thing, is that, well, when we go to 1 going to 2, then 2 goes to skip and then goes to 3, right? Sure. But then that means that you still have a move on 3. That means that you start at 3. But that is a different state from going from, you know, taking 2 moves from 1 to 3 and then going to 4, right? But then maybe if you have some weird way of ordering things, it'll be like, oh, you already visited 3, so yeah, right? So I don't know. But I think maybe that's fine. I think we just have to make sure that, yeah, I guess we just go one distant deep. So then now here, okay, so maybe yeah, okay, fine. So let's say we have something like this, and then now next is you go to current sub I, right? And then now we check if what's it called, array of current sub, or if next is not equal to -1, then next is equal. So we only do this once, and then now we check, right? So we teleport, and we always can. The reason why this works is because all you have to do is have, in a way, it's almost like doing a canonical version of a cell, right? Meaning that you only jump once. So that means that if you land in that cell, you only jump once from the previous cell. And I think the thing that also helps is that now multiple ladders can go to the same destination. Though I'm looking at the prompt statement. I don't know. I mean, I don't think in the real game you can do it, but just maybe that, you know, I don't know, right? Yeah, so if this is the case, then now we'd have this, except for we set it to next instead. And let's give it a spin, right? Ooh, that means we have infinity. Is infinity possible? No, because we can always go to the very end. So it doesn't seems like it should be possible. Though I think this is, I think one of the constraints is that n squared is not the starting point. But I think we created this one here, so maybe that's why. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that's still not no bueno. Hmm. Huh. Next is the current. This is right. Maybe. I mean, clearly not, but it feels right. So distances 0. I mean, this is clearly not right because we're not visiting any of the other ones. Why not? Oh no. Okay, so next 0 current plus I. Okay. We jump ahead one if the array exists. That's fine. I should be fine. If this is infinity, then we go. And then, yeah. Why is this wrong? I feel like the thing is that I've had a lot of typos lately, but it's still like just sad. Like I feel like it is something really silly because it's always something really silly. I wrote these one. Okay, 0. I mean, -2 is definitely not right. Okay, so it goes from 0, distance 0, 14 after one move. That's fine. And then -2 after one move. How do you get -2? I mean, I guess this line is the. We can try by removing it and see if it. Yeah. So then now it goes every cell as expected. So then now, if array sub next is not equal to -1. What's going on here? So for -2, why is next -2? Do I have a -2 here somewhere? Oh, I am dumb. I turned it to. Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. I turned it to 0 index, but -1 turned into -2 is why. Maybe I could just do that. I mean, as a hack, I would do that, but it's definitely not great because it's such a hack for obvious reasons. I think I just wanted to see if it's right because it's just, hi Larry, silly Larry. But yeah, you can probably just do an if statement here on the summit. I think that's probably cleaner. But oh no, this is what happens when, you know. Why is it not coming up? Oh, there we go. Today is just a rough day, it turns out. Okay, why is that? Right, okay. Did I turn it in wrong? Maybe I turned it in wrong. Like this part, I mean. This is the part that like I have the most thing on, but did we not test an odd number of... No, I guess that we only tested even, so that was just me being silly. So if it's odd, I mean, I guess we could print it. Here we have -1, and then... Oh wait, this is... Oh, this is a wonky one, isn't it? Because all of them goes to back to the starting move. I thought the starting move cannot be... Oh, not the starting point, but it could be the ending point. So I was wrong on that, actually. I misread that. But then now what does it mean? Right? Why are you bothering me? So, okay, so... Wow, today I'm just not sharp. Oh, that's it, huh? Why? Oh, because it goes back to 0, which we've already visited. How do you... Is there just a -1 answer? Or did I miss it? Oh, if it's not possible, return -1. Okay, okay. Okay, so this is actually intentional, but for some reason, I thought that you can always finish it. I just missed this part. Because I didn't think it was impossible to miss it. I mean, that's easy fix, right? So, yeah. I just misread it. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, not so bad, honestly. I mean, bad for me, I think. 20 minutes on this one, which I knew what to do. But, yeah. This is going to be linear time, linear space. We look at every cell once. That's linear in the size of the input, right? And that's it. Yeah. This is to kind of create the array. And this is just breadth first search, despite much thing. I think the tricky part about this breadth first search is to kind of create the canonical cell. That means that each cell will be only represented by one thing so that you don't dupe it in a bad way. But I think I misunderstood it anyway because I forgot this part, so I don't know. Anyway, that is all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me this month. Let's do another one next. But yeah, stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I will see y'all and, take care. Go next. Bye-bye.